Hi everyone, it is June 19th, 2017, and I'm making this video to warn everyone. I watched so many videos. I don't know how I ended up here, but it started out with watching the youngest transgender boy in this weird transgender family where it was the most confusing thing. And anyway, I ended up over here somehow, and I want to pass this along because all of us have to be careful, okay? I watched this lady. She is really interesting, actually, but none of these people believe in Jesus of Nazareth, the people that I watched, okay? But mainly they're talking about menstrual blood in spells and witchcraft. And the amazing thing is that some women are now drinking menstrual blood, claiming that it has this power to rejuvenate their hair, their body, their emotions, everything. I tend to believe in placebos, and what we believe is the main thing. But you know, and then a lot of them talk about the blood in past in history and sacrifices. So I believe that Jesus is the final sacrifice, but there are still some people that are placing great emphasis on the blood, and you know, or any blood, and the power that blood has with small animal sacrifices, even, you know, like chickens and things. But you know, they've found blood cells in the chemtrails. There's, are there blood cells in vaccines? I don't know. I think I read something like that. Well, there's fetal cells, and or they're using fetal cells to develop flavors at Pepsi and places like that. So, but what I want to warn people about is that the cultural landscape of the USA is changing, right? It's changing so much, and these practices, like, okay, look at this lady right here, High Priestess Creole Queen. She hoodooed her husband. So there's a lot of talk on here about how to make someone love you, or how to get your man back, and things like that. And women are using their, they call it essences, you know, their body fluids to put in food that they give to men. Okay? Bring him closer to you. Um, so, I mean, this is real. Now, I want to show you what someone wrote here, because you will be shocked. It kind of freaked me out. Okay, this person right here. Okay, this was 6 months ago. I am female and in love with my landlady. Will she fall in love with me? Been feeding her now for 4 months. Or will she like me better and feel connected to me? Okay, so here are some replies. And she got 5 thumbs up there. You should be charged with a criminal offense, like perhaps administering a noxious substance. Kill yourself. Wait, you secretly feed your landlady your period? And this is what she says. Yes. And to give you an update, our relationship has become better. I pray over it and give it with good intentions. I use a diva cup. Please do not use tampons or pads, as they are chemical based. It dampers your essence. I collect mine on my heaviest day. I take a shower before I go to bed. I insert a diva cup and bless myself and collect it in the morning and say a blessing and put my energy into it and put it in a Ziploc freezer bag. Pray over it with my intentions and freeze it. Insert it into her food. It's clean and fresh. Our relationship is much better, but she is not in love with me, but I can see she has become a little more caring over the last 6 months. So yes, it does work, but it's a very slow process. Okay. So I'm just saying that these things are happening, and people are believing that these sorts of body fluids, especially menstrual blood, can have some kind of powers, and they're over people, especially love interests. And can you imagine? So the reason I'm warning you is, as I said, the cultural landscape is changing in the USA. The whole Christian um, way, I should say, is changing, because when I listen to a lot of these women from other countries that have landed in the USA, or they're talking about, they're making videos from other countries, they're saying this is what our grandmothers and this is what our great grandmothers and this is historically what has always been taught. And this is like natural medicine, herbal medicine, and about the power of the menstrual cycle and the whole divine goddess and feminine goddess and all that. Okay, so now let me see if I go here. And the reason that this hit home with me is because this one woman, okay, that's not it. She, this one woman, I don't know where she's from, but her son, she would never let her kids eat at someone else's house. And so, you know, I mean, when I was a kid, my friends would invite me over for dinner, and I'd say, can I go over to my friend's house for dinner? And my mother would say, sure, you know, and we never questioned, oh my gosh, what might they be feeding me? So this woman said, she's black, obviously black, and she said she would never, ever, ever let her kids eat at someone else's house, because you just never know. And when she was a kid, she was saying that her mother was her mother's father was a high level Freemason, but they went to church, and he practiced rituals, and he had his whole living room was filled with bottles of pee for certain rituals, and this was going on. And she said that that's maybe how, when she looks back on it, she can't even believe it, but that's where she developed her knowledge about the body fluids and their essences and how powerful they are. So, based on that, and she found out that people actually put these things in food and feed it to people to have power over them. So she would never let her kids have or eat at other people's places for dinner. Okay, now, this one right here, drinking menstrual magic. Okay, so the idea of God, Jesus, and keeping out sort of um, depraved acts or rituals that have power over other people, this is being kind of phased out, you know. I mean, I watched too many of these videos. It's already 1:39 a.m. and I think I've been watching these kinds of videos since about 6 p.m. So, sorry for the um, the blank spaces here. But anyway, this is real, okay? This is very real, and you got to be careful. So the woman, she said her son is 25, and he has a girlfriend from the South. And she said she's having a big problem about that because she knows what they do down there in the South. That means in America, south of the U.S. So, and then in Connecticut, do you know Connecticut has one of the highest satanic uh, practices or covens back there. And even when Sandy Hook happened, I really looked up a lot of that sort of thing back in Connecticut and couldn't believe how many covens there are. And it's not on the news, you know. Okay, this one here, White Raven, Witch's Lair, she's kind of amazing. And she wears a pentagram and everything. So, you know, they have no idea. I guess we have to pray more, whatever. Okay, here she is, White Raven, Witch's Lair. Oh, so in Connecticut, they're always finding, the police are always finding like stones and sacrificed animals and everything, but it's not in the news because they don't want to scare people. And this one ritual that they found, there was a chicken that had been burned, was not dead, and you know what the police did? They took it to the vet. I just think that is so fantastic because all the chickens that are slaughtered, you know, like thousands every day for people to eat, and then this one chicken that was burned but didn't die, they took it to the vet. That is so great. Anyway, so be careful what you're eating from people you don't know, okay? Blood and magic. People are consuming this. And one woman at a hamburger place, she put it on a hamburger. And, you know, and things like this spread. You know, ideas like this spread. Once somebody starts doing it, then a lot of people start doing it because they've start to believe in it, or they think there's nothing wrong with it if one person has done it. So mainly you guys, be careful about women who are after you and who are not Christians, and they are not just New Agers, but you know, have that spirituality. Anyway, so I don't have my exact sources right here, except I watched this one. And, you know, the comments are, oh, that is so fantastic. And then other people go, you're absolutely insane. So let's see one down here. Okay, this is from 2014. So this resonates with me. Always nice to see a man connected to his divine feminine vegan. Hugs. I commend you for being brave enough to make this video. You need help badly. Okay, and then he gets a response, Chambers of my heart, you need help for being a faggot. Okay, so, be careful, okay? Things are getting so freaking disgusting. I can't even stand it. Menstrual blood waffles. Ugh. Horrible. Okay, I wish I could see more of those, but I can't. Okay, so be safe, one and all, everyone, from these powers that people are imposing and opening up and evoking in the world. Okay, we need the Holy Spirit, the truth. People are seeking, all have all their different ideas, and it's and they don't mind opening up to demons. They call them fays, fairies, all these kinds of things. They want power. Okay, well, thanks for watching and be careful. Bye for now. God bless everyone.